All right, you guys, I am so excited. I am Stephanie Dunn, and this is Joel Dunn, and we are going to have some amazing guests. You can tell my voice is a little scratchy because we had a really good weekend. It was so fun, you guys. Shift happened, like lots of
A
great
lot of
things.
shift
A
happened.
lot of shift happened with a F, so you'll hear this along the lines. But we wanted to come on. So Joel and I have been in for 15 years, going on 16, or is it 16
It's
going on?
16, 17 now.
Something crazy.
She has a birthday and she just can't remember things now.
That's it, you guys. That's it. I'm giving for my birthday, I'm giving you all of my knowledge. I am so wise. That is what I've gotten through my years is wisdom. So I will share that with you. But this weekend there was just like so many things that we wanted to share. So what I recognize is coming in and hearing stories and the importance of all of it. But, being back, we have seen and have been to just about every event we have. And what I felt at this one was it wasn't just like a weekend or like a quick training. It was jam packed like a conference. I wish I could have just teleported every single person there because it was that good. So we will do our best to give you guys, what we heard in our voices, but through the next few weeks, we're gonna get some of these girls that were there on to share their actual tips of what they did, because I think hearing different voices is always a good thing. And a lot of guys kind of woke up, like just so many things. So um I'm gonna start with you, Joel. Just give a kind of a quick rundown, and then we have Heather, we have Scotty on, because again, guys' perspectives I think shifted a lot too. And then Sean is on to kind of give some things. So Joel, kind of share what you thought for
What I
one
thought?
minute.
Oh,
That's all you get.
1 minute. It was great. Guys, it was great. Here's the thing. Everything that we're going to go over today and everything that everybody's going to go over pales in comparison to actually being there live. I can't shake this enough. I can't emote to you enough. I'm doing everything that I can and Steph's doing, and we're all going to do everything we can to transfer the feeling of what it was like to be there with this group and the things that were said there and how we felt about it because of the fact that everybody that was there left on fire.
Mhm.
So our desire is to transfer that fire to you tonight. But I did want to give you one technical tip that blew everybody's minds out there. And I know I've said something similar before, but the way that they said it was just so blatantly easy that like everyone was just smacking their heads and writing it down, going, why have I never done this before? When you use Chat GPT to make your post,
Sorry, Heather.
and I'm telling you, this is the thing you should be doing. If you are looking like, what do you mean, Chat GPT? If you're not using Chat GPT to make your posts, you need to start doing that now. Also, at the very end of it, you need to put in, make sure that this follows Meta's posting guidelines.
I almost died. And it was somebody, you guys, that shared this, and Heather's gonna come on and share this, but she had her Facebook account shut down 4 times. And by doing this and adding this into her chat GPT and asking her that, she has not had her Facebook shut down or her Instagram. Jamie, I almost died. I was like, I swear if Jamie was here, this would be what she's sharing. And you guys, and like, she's a top enroller and she's utilizing TikTok and getting them over to all these things. So definitely write that down. That's going to be something. So thank you, Joel. You stole something that Heather was going to talk, but we're going to have double diamond.
Sorry,
Heather,
I wasn't on the prep call, Heather. That's my bad.
get on and share, there's probably so many things, but I said, let's just break it down and share a couple. So Heather, share a little bit. I know you're a double diamond. You were actually a speaker on stage. So you could share yours. I know a lot of people hear from you, but then also, what did you hear that you felt like you wanted to share tonight?
Hey guys, we are in the car. We pulled over literally in the parking lot real quick to do this Zoom on our way to our daughter's flag football game. That is happens to be an hour away, right? So I'm like, no excuses. We drove all the way home yesterday from Phoenix, about 13 hours. And then I worked all day today, and now we're on our way to the game, and here we are. I wanted to share these tips with you. So I had a couple takeaways, and the big one for me, I just thought I was number one, Steph, happy birthday. And I'm so like, I want to tell you that I'm proud of you for getting up there and being a keynote speaker. That's a first that I've seen, that you were up there and you were just giving the goods, like giving that talk about vision. And I've heard you talk about vision before, both of you, but there was just something different. And maybe it was that I was just ready to receive it. And so hopefully you guys are ready to receive it. And so my takeaways from that was, um, there's a two-parter to this. There was a panel about results, and there was a woman on there. Her name is Liza, and she had amazing results with a 30-day drop system, aloe and skinny brew. And what's crazy to me, she's had these amazing results, and she said that what really hit her in 2023 was that she felt like she was at her heaviest, and she started to not show her face on camera anymore. She just didn't, she hid behind the camera. She was doing all of her posting and copying and pasting and sharing other people's results, but she stopped sharing her own and talking because she just didn't feel confident. And I told Steph, I was like, I totally feel that. Not only do I feel like I've had a hiatus in my results, which I'm ready to get back on, but I would catch myself not wanting to record my morning story coffee and my timeless and the other things, because I'm really not happy with the way my kitchen looks right now. It needs a major remodel. And so what Steph said, you guys, she said vision will stress you before it will bless you. And I was like, so basically what you're saying is that my kitchen is stressing me out. But instead of me, looking at the fact, number one, that I have a kitchen, and I'm blessed to have that. But if I want to have that remodel money, right, then I need to focus on the plan, on what my goals are. So with that being said as well, she said that so what I realized, and this is a quote from her, is that I have been downgrading my dream to match my reality, but it's time for me to upgrade my discipline to match my vision. So guess what, you guys? Looking a hot mess, not feeling super confident, and my kitchen was a mess. The first thing I did this morning when I woke up is I told myself, Heather, you're going to talk on your story. You're going to make your damn coffee. You're going to make your timeless. You're going to talk about your timeless and your morning routine. And I felt it was, you guys, I caught myself just kind of like, oh, my hair's a mess, or oh my gosh, like, let me clean up my counter. Let me fix the filter so the counter's not so ugly in color. And I was like, just stop, because people aren't looking at that. You know what I mean? And also, when I do make the money, when I'm able to do that remodel, I'll have a really badass story to share with people. And so between the product panel and Steph, your keynote up there, it just was super, super incredible. And, my second takeaway before I'm done is Joel kind of talked about it. You guys, I'm 43 years old, and as soon as somebody says, use this app, I go, oh, I just freaking learned boards and you want me to download another app? So when people are saying chat GPT, I'm like, oh, sounds cool. And so I've caught myself not using chat GPT, and I have to shout out a girl on my team, Enai Rodriguez, who uses it all the time. She's like, Heather, do this. And the meta certified thing, or the meta verified approved, I just was blown away. I've had girls on my team that have lost their social media, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I forget how simple chat GPT is. You literally talk to it as if it's your assistant. Like, make this post for me, make it funny. I want it funnier. Or make this meta approved. Like, it's just absurd how much we overthink things. So, and then also, using TikTok on my panel, there's a girl that talked about using TikTok to get people to over to your social if you feel like apps are slowing down your normal way. And so my takeaways from that was just use chat GPT. Okay. Just stop overthinking it and to really embrace TikTok using those giveaways. And so that's pretty much it, you guys. And I do want to challenge you all, call to action. You guys can sit on here all night and take notes and be like, I want to have vision. Okay, I'll post about my coffee. But, you have to take action or it doesn't mean anything. And so my challenge to all of you is to, number one, download ChatGPT if you haven't and start playing with it. I mean, literally text your upline using that. Send messages to your husband or whatever you got to do. But yeah, I'm going to start. I'm going to start talking to you sweet and sending these nice messages, but it's ChatGPT, babe. But just be open to trying new things. And then my second challenge is no matter how you feel about yourself, somebody needs to hear your story. Somebody needs your Skinny Brew coffee. Somebody needs your Timeless, your aloe. So share it. Don't be afraid. Don't hide behind the camera anymore. Be open to talking about it and sharing it with people every single day. So that's it for that.
And then you guys, it was so funny because Heather's like, Scotty needs to talk. So I love this because seeing some of the men that was there, it was almost like light bulb moments for them with especially Timeless. So I'm so excited, you guys, because if you have husbands, boyfriends, maybe you're in the gym working out, like all these things that I'm like, there's so much possibility right now that I'm even more amped up. So Scotty, can you share? You're so hands-on with Heather too, and an encourager to her, but also you get your own people too and talk about the product. So tell me what you got from that.
So my biggest thing was I have yet to start taking Timeless. Heather's been taking it since May, and I kind of look at the bottle and I look at what comes out of the bottle. I'm just like, oh yeah, no, not yet. And it was more of just, it was the unknown. Like, I get it. I know like what it's supposed to do. I know like I've heard what it's supposed to do. Okay, let's just see like what happens. And then I've started seeing people's before and afters, and I'm like, wow. And then when Andrea jumped on stage and basically gave us like a tutorial of about how Timeless works and why it's such an important product, it was more of like a, oh wow, yeah, I'm gonna start taking that for sure. I'm absolutely gonna start taking that. Why? Because again, being 43, like my brain is still like a 16-year-old kid. Like I feel like I'm still 16 years old. I can still do the things that I want to do when I was 16. I can still run around, jump, and do all the things. But then my body the next day goes, no, no.
The next week.
The next week, 2 weeks later, a month later, no, no, you're still sore. You're still sore. But Timeless is to help with all of that. So there are three main ingredients she was saying in this bottle. Monogenove new, peptin, and dermavol. The big one for me was the peptin, which she said was basically the collagen type 1, which is 80 to 90% of your body is type 1. So your skin, tendons, ligaments, gut lining, bones. She said dentin, which is a part of like your teeth enamel, helps with the organs and your fascia. So for me, that right there was more of like a, yeah, I would love my joints and my ligaments to feel younger again.
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I'm like, yeah, I would absolutely start drinking that because of that. And then when she brought up the Monogenova new, and it reduces its free radicals where it like helps with the rust of your cells. Like it helps from your skin cells, like from rusting and like your cells from rusting. For me, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to feel like I have to stretch 20 minutes before I get out of bed just to feel like I'm like, okay, now I can function.
Now you can walk.
Now I can walk. So for me, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get on that. Heather's like, yep, it's already in your auto ship, it's on its way. I'm like, sweet.
Yeah, it just made us really excited because I think a lot of people think it's just for skincare and anti-aging, the face. And so even Scotty's like admitting, like when he heard like the breakdown, he's like, why am I not taking this?
Yeah.
Why am I not taking it?
And this was coming from a person who does like bodybuilding for a living. And she's like, yeah, what we have in our hands, we should be selling for like 3 times the amount, but we don't. And it's cheaper than a lot of the other things that are out there, collagen wise and things like that, that are available. And I'm like, oh, So what we have is cheap, but one of the best things. Yeah, okay. I'm down.
Yeah, so that right there, you guys, what I want you to do is for some homework is definitely go look up Timeless and have those, if you don't, those ingredients. I have it broken down and saved in my notes for people when they want more, because the people that want it see that, they know it, they get it, and I'm getting great feedback from customers how much they love it, feeling energy, feeling like, for me it was my knee doesn't, you notice I don't hear say my knee hurts anymore, my shoulder doesn't hurt. So it's that, what you said, peptin, it's what is helping my ligaments, all of my bones, all of everything that's holding it together. So um he Joel actually got to talk with them as well. So
Guys, how many times do I have to go over this? It is the fountain of youth. It is not a beauty product. It reverse ages you. It slows down the hands of time by 50%.
but I
So for
we
every
forget of our
every
face.
2 years you age, your body only ages 1 after you've been taking it for 6 months. So take it and continue to take it and always take it. The thing that, so when I was talking with them about it, we were joking.
So actually, so preface this, you guys, who they are is Andrea was the woman talked on stage. I actually have the video, so I'll upload that so you guys have that. But then her husband,
Her husband,
Marcus,
Marcus, is an IBBF actual bodybuilder
Bodybuilder.
professional. That is, he is a card-carrying bodybuilder and does professional competitions like the Arnold Classic, you know, the big bodybuilding ones. So when we were talking about it, we were laughing because of the fact that the price is $80.
actually not, it's lower right now.
Even worse, it's lower because that makes people think that it's subpar. If we were to charge $400 for this, people would take it more serious. That is how powerful this product is. I mean, we were going over all the ingredients, all the studies. Again, the studies show that if you take it for 6 months or longer, the people in the study group that were over 60 had a cellular age 12 and a half years younger than their physical age. And then the younger group that took it showed that they actually slowed down their biomarkers by 50%. So literally you can either get younger and stay younger or stay younger longer.
Okay. So you guys, Timeless, we're gonna continue on with that. So Scotty, thank you. Now you have lots of people to talk about. And ladies, like, we're gonna go talk to these guys. So if you're working out all those things. Shauna,
She here, us here.
Diamond Shauna, where are you? There she is.
I'm right
Yay.
here.
All right.
Hello,
You
hello.
give us your
So there were so many takeaways, and it's been, I think we've all, anyone who was there, I think we're right around maybe the 6-month mark ish from when we were last together. We have like our 2 big events every year. And you guys, kind of going back and reiterating what Joel had said, I'm like thinking, my green brain was turned on, and I was talking to Josh Parker about a couple of things, but it's like when we say you have to be there, I know when I first joined, I was like, there's no way I'm going to spend money to go to this place or, whatever. And I feel like there were a lot of people that had been in a while that were like, oh, I don't know if I can make it, But I truly feel that when you're in that room, it's like if we're recharging our vision for the next 3 to 6 months. Whenever you're going to see, a corporate or a group of people, it's like plugging your phone in, but it's like plugging your vision. Like, imagine I'm a visual person. I just plugged my vision in for the next 6 months. And it was, with my busy schedule, and we'll get into that in a second, it was like, no matter what, I've been in 13 years, you lose a little of that vision. It's like out of sight, out of mind, even though you're on your team calls or whatever. When you're immersed, there's nothing like being immersed in that. So I feel like, I've always said, oh, I'm a blue yellow. I feel like my green is really turning on lately as I'm getting older, because I was so into like all the details. There was a lot of information, like we've all said. So one of my biggest takeaways from this was, I think this is like the Chat GPT message or the chat GPT, Monday night call. One of the girls on stage had said, I'm a busy mom, I'm a new mom, and, I just didn't know when I was going to work, and I feel like I was losing, when I was going to work. And I plugged my schedule into chat GPT, and it told me when I would have time to work my business. And I was like, what? Whoa. That like hit me, you guys. Like, I was like, why didn't I think of that why didn't I ever think of that? You guys, I am 45 years old. I have an 11, 10, and 7-year-old. They are athletes. They are in club sports. If you guys know how expensive club sports are, it is a 6-day-a-week job. It's a full-time job just managing 3 kids in their club sports. So what I did on the way home in my notes app is I wrote out my schedule, Sunday to Saturday, Monday to Sunday, however, and I just put in some general stuff. And I'm going to give you guys, I screenshotted what I put in there. So you guys can write this down. I can send these to you, but I'm just going to tell you, for those of you who have never used Chat GPT, you can go into the free version, and this is what I put in. I'm a very busy working mom. I work part-time. I run an online business who has a household, 3 busy young athletes. I'm trying to manage the roles efficiently. I need to simplify my schedule. Please you guys need to talk to this person as if you're, I don't know, talking to a therapist. Please take the information provided. Give me a realistic weekly schedule, adding in where I can fit in working my online business at least 1 hour per day. The 1 hour can be broken up. I just need to put that time and effort into that business to simplify. Boom. Copy pasted my schedule. It gave me a schedule. So I went over it, and after going over it, I was like, it can be tweaked a little bit. This is where ChatGPT is genius, you guys. If you've never used it, I love this because it talks to you like a human. Can we add in tips or notes that are directed specifically towards working my direct sales business via Instagram and TikTok, because those are my main platforms, using the verbiage and schedule that creates the most effective income producing activities at times that best serves the 2 platforms. And then it gave me a whole nother just gave me another one, right? And then I said, I love this. This is awesome. Add time for following up and messaging back comments or engagement posts, sending comments or engagement posts. And it was like perfect. Follow-ups and messaging are actually where sales happen in direct sales. It literally was like, it was like my homie giving me writing up my schedule. And you guys, it literally told me if I go into there, if I can get in there without taking up too much of your guys' time, it gave me, Wednesday, you can't see it. Wednesday, it's between 7:20 and 7:40 because it knows what time my kids are getting ready right before we leave. Post an IG story. Curiosity drop. Like it literally gave details. 2:30 to 2:50 follow-ups, warm leads from earlier in the week. 8:45 to 8:15 p.m. You guys, it's giving me 30-minute windows. TikTok posts, engage with 10 new accounts. Like it's giving me the goods. It's giving me the juice. So I went in there, and again, you can play with it. You can keep going. Like ChatGPT never gets tired. It never says, like, I already gave you what you asked me for. It'll keep tweaking and giving you all of those things, right? So it gave me 7 days of how to work my business and where there's time. So that was like, that was my big aha, you guys. If you need help with that, I'm working on it too, but it's going to be, I feel like this is going to be my like little niche here. I forgot to say in the beginning, Steph, happy birthday. And I'm so proud of you. There was something that you said that in 13 years, I've never heard you say with such conviction. And it was like, you kind of looked around the room and were like, I ain't done yet. Like, I'm just getting started. But it was like, you meant it. Like, you're like, I'm in my keynote. I'm not done yet. And that's where I feel like for me being in this long, it was like, no, you're not done yet. You're just getting started. We're just getting started. So for any of you that felt like that, because that was like a heavy vision, heavy theme for me, that just her saying that was like, just to let all of you know, I'm not done yet. And I was like, yes. So my second biggest takeaway, sorry, I'm talking too much, was we can't complain if you don't like the environment that you've created for yourself. That was a gut punch. You can't complain if you don't like the environment you're in because you've created that for yourself. So it's basically kind of just saying like, we all need to take accountability for where we are. We could say, but life, but this, but whatever, but really ultimately that you are in charge of your life. If you don't like something, you need to change it. And I trust me from, again, a busy, overwhelmed mom that has felt stuck for a long time. There were tangible things that we could do. So I'm just going to give you some quick tangible things. If you need to hear it again, you can't complain if you don't like the environment that you're in because you've created it for yourself. So one of the things Steph had said is make your vision the anchor of when everything feels shaky and lost. So the way you could do that is if you've been in a long time, write down 3 things every day. It could be the same 3 things every single morning of what It Works has done for you and your family. It could be small things, you guys. It could have paid a car payment. It could have bought groceries. It could have paid off student loan. It could have done something. But I feel like if you go back and remind yourself what this business has done for you, you can remind yourself to change your environment, and it can get you out of the environment that you're in. Make your goal more important. My goal is more important than my struggle, right? If you haven't been in for a long time, then, write down 3 things it's going to do for you. So there were ones that we could talk a lot longer on, but write down those 3 things. Lead in gratitude. Even John said that. Like, lead in gratitude. Write 3 things you're going to accomplish. And for those of you who feel stuck, just pick one thing. It could be getting up 30 minutes earlier. It could be setting aside, it could be changing that little bit of your schedule to get something in that you don't get in for your business. If it feels overwhelming to change the whole environment, just change one little piece of the environment. But just lead with gratitude, lead with vision, and daily just really focus on writing down either 3 things that this business has done for you, and just really look at those things and say, like, I can't complain about how horrible my business is because look what it's done for me.
That's right. That's right. So good. I mean, you guys, I actually have a bazillion notes. I'm gonna read these fast. Okay. Are you guys ready to take some notes down, Shauna? I love that. You guys, I heard a lot, which is weird.
And don't worry, because you can watch the replay on slow.
For me. Yeah, I talk fast. Anyway, but I'm so grateful that I get feedback because a lot of like one-on-one, small Zooms, whatever, like I'm in my comfort zone, getting up on stage, talking in front of thousands of people, 100 people. It's not what I envisioned to do, but hearing the impact that I make is important to me to know, okay, it matters. And one of the things I did say, I love that you said what I said about, I'm not done yet. I'm not done. And are you going with me or not? Like, I'm going with or without you. Like, I want you guys to have that attitude of like, you're going to get all of the things to do, and it's okay. People are going to come in for a piece of the time for your business. And there's going to be people that exit out. That's okay. No, I'm going with or without you. Like, I've always had that attitude. I'm grateful and I move on, but I'm going to give you guys this. I heard all weekend consistency, and I heard TikTok. Those were the things that I heard over and over and over again. And what I saw was, it does not matter what rank you are, you can be a mass enroller. Who wants that? Drop a 1. Because that is what I saw this weekend. I saw a Ruby get up on stage. I saw not even an executive get up on stage. I saw ambassadors get on stage, triple diamonds that have been in but haven't done anything and decided they're going to take the leap. People have had Facebook shut down. So I want to encourage you, if you're not on TikTok, to learn to grow a TikTok, because it's going to open the doors to get you to the other platforms. Okay. So one of the things that Evelyn had said is her top 3 ways to enroll. You guys can write this down: Facebook friends list, TikTok followers, Instagram followers. Evelyn is not afraid to message. Her goal is to get in front as many people as possible. So to her, it's a numbers game. She's not afraid to get into their inbox. So she will message people to join. She'll do a host a post about the opportunity. This is something that she said. She's like, literally message everyone because she doesn't know what they're going through. So, she kind of laughed and she's like, I only have 10,000 followers on or on TikTok. Some of you have more than that. And I'm like, well, even if you have a 500, you're going to have people to message. So it will take her time, but she does not judge. She treats this like a business. Like, what if I'm the person that they needed to hear? I have an opportunity for you. she's like, I know we talked about this before if you're interested. So if you've talked to him before, she's a follow-up queen. You never know. Hey, you might be interested. That actually happened to me because I try to transfer them into my phone. So anytime a promo comes out, if you're in my phone, you're getting a message from me. And she actually said, thanks for not giving up on me. I'm ready. And she joined and she enrolled 3 distributors immediately that day. So don't ever not follow up. So she just said her biggest tip was she realized she was a customer enroller for a long time and thought, I don't know how to, I'm not a distributor enroller, is because she never offered the business. So if you know how to enroll a customer, you can enroll a distributor. So I want to make sure that you guys know that is her go-to. So for TikTok, she says, get them over to Instagram or Facebook because then you can voice message. So you're going to ask me, well, how do you know, like on TikTok, like messaging them, or if they have a Facebook or an Instagram, doesn't matter. Message them that. If they do, they'll tell you. Those are who you focus on. Okay. So that, and then same thing on the TikTok, I'd love to send you a voice message about more information on making money. That's how she gets them to those platforms because she didn't talk about necessarily the business there. Oops. All right. I'm just going as fast as I can because I want to make this short. Then we had Amanda get up there and she said, let's set a goal. You got to set a goal. Pray. And she prays every day who she's going to help. So, we all want things, but are you praying specifically, Lord, open the right door for the people that I need to talk to? Even if they don't respond, you did the work that you were set out to do in the right headspace. 3 ways that she shares. She shares story, about product, opportunity, and giveaway. And reels, again, she said, be consistent. So she'll do a product reel, opportunity reel, giveaway reel. Then she says, same thing. If she's doing a product reel, she will then give them info on whatever product. So say it's the morning trio, then she'll always say, hey, before I enter you in, last question, would you want to sign up and make additional money? It's only $39 with the product that you're already getting. So you may have heard this already, but again, a great way. You just got to be consistent with getting that out on all the platforms, product, opportunity, giveaway. Be consistent. Giveaway on Instagram. This one I don't know, maybe we've talked about it before, and it was just something my ears were ready to hear. Can you share this reel for me? So she actually has people share her opportunity reels on the Instagram story because it's going to get into her people, and then they're messaging her, growing her network. And she's like, and then she said that what they'll do is like, hey, what is this business that you're talking about? Then for second entry from Instagram, if they've done that, she'll say, do you have Facebook? Then she'll give them a host to post on Facebook. So not only that, she's onto that platform and it'll give them a second entry into the giveaway. This one, write down. This is important because I have never done this. And I thought, okay, I'm going to do this immediately because Amanda's a good top enroller, you guys. So what she's doing is working. Immediately say thank you so much when they post for you. So they share a reel, do a Facebook post. She said, you should do what I do. Are you interested in making extra money? She doesn't wait immediately. They've already done the work that you know what to do. So they're already going to be in a conversation with you. So that's something that I'm starting immediately. TikTok, same thing. Get them over to our Facebook or Instagram and do kind of the same thing with the host to post. So you guys, literally, I heard TikTok the whole time. And then do the same thing. The biggest thing that she gets on for distributors, like she wakes up with the mindset of, I'm going to get a distributor day. So you got to be consistent. You got to follow up. So you can't just be like, one day I'm going to do something and then 2 weeks in, you have done nothing for your business. You've got to find those pockets to be consistent in there. Rachel Ringham, she said posting for her is what she gets a lot of her distributors and customers. And posting for her means stories, reels, going live, sharing all kinds of stories. So I have video clips of people sharing their stories. So you're going to start seeing those drop in Telegram so that we can share people's stories. Present yourself. This is something that that I think we all need to hear this. You are on social media to give. People are waiting for you to give. That was really impactful for me to hear. So present yourself in that way. You're here to give them something. So having that attitude and to remember you are where someone wishes they could be. And I think I take that for granted so much. And I think we all do. So remember when you're going on social media, people are watching you and they are wishing where you are, they could be. Um, be unapologetic about who you are. So she goes into recess. There's a lot of moms that don't do anything else. And so she's like, well, you're gonna see me making money online on my business. And you're not. So she doesn't care. This is what she does. She wants to show that you can make money from your phone. She said, how do I start conversations? Newbies, this is important for you, actually for everybody, but anybody that comments, likes, or views your story, those are opportunities for you to get into their inbox and just start creating a conversation. It might feel scary if you're new, but you're opening the door to start a conversation. We will help you kind of walk you through that process on how to talk to them. If you plan to fail, you fail to plan. I've said this, Joel said this for a very long time.
Billion years.
I know that it impacted someone because they said, Stefan Joel said this, how many years ago. So I want to know, plan your week out. How many distributors or customers are you going for this week so that you know? And then Michaela said this, she wanted a goal of, I don't know, 17 distributors, something. She enrolled that many and got $1,700 in fast launches, you guys. So again, what do you want? Write it down because then you have that goal of like, okay, I need to help them get their one customer. Like, what is it going to do? So that was impactful. This one needs like, pretend I'm throwing like sparkles and it's my birthday and candles are going off right now. You guys, like this one for me was like, Stefani Dunn needs to hear this. And leaders, you guys know this with me. This is going to be, you're going to be like, yeah, she does. Create space for distributors. I was like, okay. So when we're enrolling distributors, this distributor that shared is basically like, just like a bulldog. She's gonna just run you all over, get them in, and you think you need it all. So sometimes you need to slow down to train them on what to do. Jamie Beck, you are the queen of that. So I will be more like Jamie. I'm like, Mandy, I can see all of you guys on here. You're really good at that. So create space for distributors to come into my life. So what that means is you sometimes have to stop and go, where can I put the meetings, the one-on-ones, whatever that looks like to help them into the calendar. And I think that that's just what we need to do is not only are we trying to get customers and distributors, but making that time to get them on. Of course, we have all of the trainings. If they want more time, they can watch all of the things. Be excited. If you're excited for them, they're going to be excited. They're going to catch that from you. They don't know. They're just going to do whatever you tell them to do, right? So we need to lead them in that way. And then what she had said too is just focus on their first customer. They don't need all of the things. Let's work on getting your first customer. It's a win. We want to celebrate that. We will be your biggest cheerleaders. Let us know when that happens so we can post about it because if I don't know, I don't know. Guys, I'm almost done. I'm so proud. Are you guys taking the notes? I know it's really fast, but it's a lot of information.
Speed writing.
And then this is something, so, 5 things Sarah O'Connell had said, she's been in for
13 years.
13 years, is something I want, if you're in the long haul for this, if you came in and you're like, I'm going to be here, I don't care what, I'm in the long haul, drop a 2. This was me. I think once I jumped in, I was in and I was just like, I'm just going to be a constant learner. But what she did is number 1, commit 2 feet in right away. That way you can be the leader that they can trust, that they know that you're there for them. They see your consistency. They're going to continue to come for you. So if you feel like, man, I haven't been on social media or I've been in and out, my stories haven't been there, TikTok, whatever platform, be consistent and show up, show your face. Like I usually know who's going to be on because you've been consistent and you're dedicated to to this business, but that also tells me you're dedicated to bettering yourself in life. And that's important. So how do you want to show up? Show up because that's the distributors you're going to attract. doing something every single day for your business. It could be as small as saying thank yous on birthday posts. Like, what is it but do something, even if it's one thing every day for your business. You know, that the business isn't hard. It's the showing up and being consistent that is hard. That is a good reminder right there. So she joined the business not to work, but to work for the right things. That was like a mic drop moment, you guys. I want to say that again. She joined the business not to work, but to work for the right things. That's why we're all here. We want to do and have time freedom and the income to be able to do things for the right reasons for our family, for all of the things that we want to give and do. So that was huge. Number 3, plan ahead. There are going to be things I know Mandy talked about it today on her story about dig your well before you need that, right? We need to plan ahead. We don't know what tomorrow brings. So if you can do today, if you can plan and be ready, you're going to be way ahead of the curve. So she didn't want goals on her back burner. Why would we put our goals and our dreams on the back burner? We don't want to do that. So plan. Create your to-do list the night before. So if you're one that needs the list, make sure you're creating that. I love that Shauna should not have any dang excuses. She knows how to train everything. You're going to see her because she's so good with TikTok and Instagram. Like, what are you going to do for your business the night before so that you're ready to do that? Put it in chat JPT. Like, how crazy is that? Then start your day with gratitude. I love this. I think, we all get caught up in some things that we're like, what are we grateful for today? Like, I'm grateful to be alive, honestly. Every day I'm so grateful to be here. Um, so whatever that looks like for you, maybe it's things that you've done, do that. And then 3 things that you're going for. I think Heather said that or Shauna earlier, but what are 3 things that you're going for? Maybe it's a weight loss goal, maybe it's a health goal, maybe it's um a certain income, whatever that looks like, make sure you're doing that. And lastly, plug in. Me and Joel, nobody has to tell me and Joel to plug in. Not only do we plug into stuff here, but the outside, plug into the right things. Need to know who is going to be there to lift you up, not only in it works, but in your life. Those are the people that you want in your circle. That was a snippet of my notes, you guys. I think that was like overwhelmingly like a lot. I didn't even share any of mine. So like I will share those. I will give you guys those slides. Because I think, we are all at a different stages, but I think what we shared this weekend, one of the things was there is no reason any one of you on this call tonight or watching the replay should not be a top enroller. Like that was what I heard. You can knock it out of the park just by doing the things, consistency, but hearing don't downgrade your dreams, right? I don't want you guys to downgrade that at all. Make sure that you're leveling up. Make sure that you're not hiding behind the camera, waiting for the perfect day to get started. Like I look back and go, what was I thinking? Like when I first started and, the things that I would post, but I started because I was ready to change my life. And that's what I want for you guys, to kind of, to remind you guys to really do that. And if you haven't seen, I want to share, this because I think if you guys didn't read my part today, um, vision, I heard this. I must have said stress you. So vision will stretch you before it blesses you, but it also can stress you. So I probably said stress you and not stretch you because I know for me, things were stressful before I could it even be like, oh my gosh, that's such a blessing, right? It will cost you before it pays you. I showed up. Me and Joel will drive 8 hours to do a wrap party and maybe one person showed up. Like those are the times that I'm like, are you willing to pay the price every single day? And it will often, this one for me was like, I need to share this because this is how I felt and sometimes how I still feel is it will often feel like you're walking along alone before you ever see the crowd show up. You have to show up no matter what because you're not showing up for them, you're showing up for you, for your family, for the people that are watching you, for your dreams because they're real, you guys, and you deserve them. You deserve to have the life that you envision. what is that perfect life? I don't want to say perfect life. What does that life look like for you? Like, I knew I wanted to be with Joel and I was willing to do whatever it took to get those to happen in the nooks and crannies of my day. Did not have Chat GPT. I figured it out, you guys. When you want something so bad enough, you're going to figure it out. You're going to be excited about it. You're going to be grateful for the things that you do have because there's somebody else praying for what you have. Just like Joel and I were praying for someone to show me what to do. I will do it. There is someone praying that same prayer right now. And I want to be the one that has the same opportunity to give them that with the work that they put in, they can go out and get that for their family too. So you guys, I love you. I hope you learned something tonight because I feel like maybe we brought it, drop any emoji, a one, whatever you want to drop in the chat if you learned something tonight and that you can go and apply this. And then one thing I want you guys to do, smile because I'm going to put you on a story. Like I feel like we need to see each other all the time. So 1, 2, 3. So start showing up. I saw Shauna, start showing up, you guys. We want to show people it doesn't matter what age you are, what gender you are, what color, what religion, what background you are. Anyone can do this, and we want you part of our community because we love you. We see greatness in you, and you are just destined for so much more. So, Joel, I'll have you close us out in prayer, and we're going to have a really good week, you guys. Can you feel it? I hope you can because I'm energized. I'm excited, and that's my birthday wish. It's for you guys to go get a ton of distributors and customers this week, this month, and the rest of the year.
Amen.
Yes.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for this amazing group of world changers. I just ask that you would bless them this week, bring the right people into their lives so that they can share this opportunity that changed their lives with them. Like Steph said, there's somebody out there waiting for them to take the action. So I just ask that you would give them the courage to go out and take massive action so that they can change that person's life. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. All right. Love you guys. Have a good week.
See you guys.